Alright guys, so today we will watch this video by Thomas Brush. He is a very talented and well-known indie game developer. And but if you did not know him or something, go check out his channel. So let's watch this video.
I was lucky enough to ask the creator of the Kingdom series about his #1 piece of advice for people like you dreaming of making indie games. And by the way, he sold over 1 million copies.
This game looks good. I like, of course, the separation of the pixel complexity for the far and near object. I like the bloom that he put it on the game. I like the medieval design of this and the idea of like a horse you are riding it in a pixel art game. It's very unique and rememberable. So I guess that was a very good selling point. And 1 million copies is very amazing. That's a very good achievement to do.
In total of his indie games, so I was all ears. Basically what he said was strangely, I don't know, relieving to me.
I just noticed it's mostly positive, a very positive reviews. This is a very amazing thing to do. Very astonishing.
I think this is going to help quell some fears for you as well, as you continue on your indie game journey in 2025. So let's jump into the conversation.
So there's one, in general, advice is always hard, but there is one thing that I am fairly convinced of that I feel confident saying, okay, simple, keeping that in mind. If you build a game by yourself, if you have the skills at all, even remotely, to build a game by yourself, doing that is so cheap in a way that makes the risk so low that I think sticking with that is often smart. If
you do like a pixel art, even if it was a AA title alone, it's okay. Especially that most indie game developers start young. I noticed they start 18, 16 years old. So when you start this old, you don't really need to make much. So you can start making a game, even if it took more than 2 months or stuff like that, even if it took a year or 6 months, you can do it till you're 25 or 27, according to how comfortable you are with staying with your family and stuff like that. And you can make a hit games with this amount of time. So it's good to make indie game, simple ones, but you need to make them unique, just like the famous like the game of Kingdom that they just showed. Or maybe I guess there was a game that was narratively good and known. Even the developer sold the game because it was too controversial. It was called The Coffin of Andrew and Lily, I guess it was the name of the game. It's an amazing narrative game. Many indie games get a hit, but just to try to make them not long. You will not be able to produce a game without a team and without a publisher and a production team, a very professional production team. If it was more than 10 hours or it was had a very hyper realistic graphics for more than 5 hours. It would be glitchy, people would not like it, so try staying on simple games, narrative driven, hopefully, and they will succeed. One of them will succeed.
If you see somebody building something and the question is should I take it bigger? Should I accept money from a publisher and hire 5 people? Then you have to think is there a way where I could just build this thing by myself?
Of course, but publishers would help you. Don't think of a publisher just like money. This is a very wrong thing. To me, I don't give a fuck if a publisher did not give me the money for production. I care for the connections of the publisher. They would take your game, give it to YouTubers. They would take your game, give it to magazines. They might even reach for IGN and amazing stuff like that. So a publisher is good for connection that you probably don't have. So they will make the access of your game to the players easier. So yeah, don't think of them just the upfront payment of the production cost of the game. Think of them as a very cheap marketing way.
and release that. And I think then usually that would be my advice, to take that avenue.
Okay.
Because then your risk is low, you're making something extremely personal. There's no saying that the risk reward ratio goes up as you accept more money from a publisher, or as you hire people, or as you invest more time in it. Like if you make something great and honest and beautiful in 2 months, whatever that does, divided by the time you invest in it, the ratio could still be good. And I think that would kind of be my advice, like keep it simple and small. I mean, that's also kind of a cliche.
This could be hard to see. There's two type of developers. There's a developer that wants to create things because he like creating stuff. This is the type of the developer that he wants to create a big game. He thinks all day of creating his own games, making his own studio that deliver his own ideas to life. Some people just want to, or think of it as a work that they like. So they want to like work in a AAA company and work in the games that he liked as a kid, a sequel for it, or the companies he used to play with. Both are very respected, amazing dreams, and always follow the thing that you see is more fun. If you like like working in a job, I met a very amazing people that just want to work in a AAA company or a video game industry. Uh, but if you like to create, it would be a bit harder to you to like gain money, because you will always be thinking of creating your own stuff, your own ideas, your own experiments. So yeah, building small games and don't pressuring yourself, yet you will do it. You will always do it, by the way. You need to just know how to control it. You will always be pressured because you want to create a very big thing, but you don't have the resource for it or the time for it. So yeah, you will have this problem, but you need to control it and put it a bit notch down.
Because everybody says that, like, keep it small.
I don't know. I mean, this is what's funny is like for me, I've been making games for half my life, and keep it small is not something I ever told myself. And I don't know where, like I never heard that and I never told myself that. And so I'm on my third commercial game and this thing is ballooned. Like opening levels takes like 4 minutes in Unity.
I've seen his game. It's called Twisted Towers. I totally agree with Thomas. Uh, it it's hard when you work on a very like his game and Robotica, the game I'm working on recently, are both double A titles. So in my opinion, they are double A. You might even consider them triple A in some cases, but they are big titles. You can't like just make small. And yeah, opening levels 4 minutes is good, I guess, because his graphics is not too hyper realistic. Mine is a bit more too realistic, so it takes like 7 to 6 minutes. Yet we did a ton of optimization things. But most of the optimization is like in the post production, so the it's limited on pre and production timeline. Uh, but yeah, it's real. It's very hard. But I would give an advice. I noticed it in Twisted Towers. It's a bit low on optimization. It's a very amazing game. I would advise Thomas to use more old techniques for optimization, because Unity is different from Unreal. It does not have like nanite and luminant stuff like that. So you need to rely on old uh, techniques for rendering, occlusion culling, for maybe chunk loading, stuff like that. If you want, just reach out to me. I have like a 250 document that I made before for optimization. Just reach out to me so I can send you the file. But yeah, it's an amazing thing to do, and it's okay. Like when you would work in a bigger project, 4 minutes for opening a level is but it really makes your mindset don't think of simple, makes you think of complicated. You will even feel simple as a wrong thing.
Unity. It's just, I think it's going to be a good game, but like I've been kind of living in hell for the last 2 years.
The vibe of the game is amazing. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw Twisted Towers, it was amazing. I would only enhance maybe the enemy AI when he published the demo. It's a good game. It's a good vibe. I would only enhance. Maybe I would give the story for a story director or a story advisor so he can manage to rip out a better story for the game. And I would go and maybe even use an anime AI framework or make my own anime AI framework, because his anime AI is a bit junky, not too smart. If he worked to do these two things very good, the game would be a very, very amazing hit. So yeah, it's an amazing thing to do.
I was
You
gonna,
know?
if you can handle the ballooning, sure. What what is one way that is a path to success, I think, for many people, is find something that has that spark. Just experiment, learn some new skills, make something that you find fun, and then if you make something that has a little spark where you're like, hey, I animated this weird little guy and he's running around in a world, just go with that. You know,
Yeah.
like always keep this kind of like,
So you're saying keep the fascination, keep the discovery as part of.
yeah,
Dude, I totally agree with you. Like I feel like I've gone through the process of trying to make a game systematically, and it just doesn't work for me. It
I understand that. I am a very disciplined person. I do it a lot. So I can do it, like managing every single small step of my development in a systematic way with multiple systems that I use. But I do understand, because I work with other people, that this sucks, and they are shocked of, like, some people call me stick because like I can do things systematically in a very awkward way. Like I can eat, and I've been doing it for like 4 months, the same meal 3 times a day for months, and I wouldn't get bored. I would do it so systematically that people think it's weird. So yeah, I totally understand it, because I worked with many people. Passion and like trying to work like with the fire inside you sometimes cover the systematic way, the boring systematic way of doing stuff.
has to be a discovery process. It has to be fun. It has to be like I'm having fun while I'm making it. Otherwise, the game won't be fun.
Yeah,
You know,
sometimes people, I enjoy systematic stuff. If you enjoy like discovery stuff, it's totally okay. It's the normal thing, to be honest. Most of people enjoy discovering. So yeah, do it. Do whatever makes you have fun, and maybe increase your potential in your career and future.
you know what I mean?
exactly. And if you give yourself a to-do list from the beginning of stuff that you have to build, then you're going to be demotivated really quickly. Whereas if you have something that feels like you're playing with it as you're building the game,
Call it an early prototype. Then, so you don't get devastated from the beginning. Then, after making like a very good chunk of the game, you feel it's like a good prototype, call it an early prototype. Then do the GDD and to-do list and stuff like that if you were like a discovery person. Because it's important. The to-do list and GDD is important after like early prototyping.
like a fun character or a fun little
Mhm.
mechanic, just roll with that. Like that'll get your creativity going. And I think that's a recipe for success, not a guarantee, but at least it's a possible path, you know?
Sure, sure. I think that's a great way to look at it.
I like the way he put it on, like it's a method of being successful, not the only way to be successful. That's an intelligent way of describing things.
You're playing with it so that if you're not playing with your game
Yeah.
while you're making it,
Yeah.
people won't play with it when it's done.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's a really good note to end on. What do you think?
Yeah. Definitely.
I like that. That's a
I
good-
also feel, yeah.
Yeah, an amazing video by Thomas Brush. Totally go check it out. Small video, but amazing, informative, and yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.